Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're able to join me on my channel. I am Virtuosa the Goddess, and I am here today and happy to serve you guys with a twin flame, twin soul, soulmate reading, whatever title you may want to put on it. It is okay with me. There are no judgments here on this channel. You are free to think as freely as you would like. I first want to start off by welcoming all of the new viewers. If this is your first time to my channel, I am so happy to have you. If you are returning, I am doubly happy to have you. And I just appreciate you all for being here, for being loyal. Thank you for hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and hit the bell notification. And all of my information is in the description box available for you below the title. Today, I haven't been with you guys in about a week due to some current family issues, but I am back. And I am so happy to be here because I have not had any idea of what's really been happening amongst the collective of the Soldiers of Love tribe. So let me take the time to call in on some help from the ancestral spiritual realm. First, I want to acknowledge the creator of all the gods and goddesses, the creator of the souls of all the gods and goddesses, and how much we appreciate you for selecting us to be members of this collective of individuals that have been chosen to show the world what unconditional love is, so that they may follow and we may inherit all of the things, the great things abundantly that you have for us here on planet Earth. I also want to acknowledge your 7 creative spirits, whom some call Elohim or the archangels. I also want to acknowledge our ancestors, all ancestors that serve my highest good. I want to invite them and ask for their guidance all through the day and the night. I also want to acknowledge the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the kingdom of the sea, and any other guidance we can receive along this blessed journey. Okay, so let's get started. I already pulled some energies. So, for today, November 4th, and this reading could be timeless, and if it does not resonate with you, that's fine. If it does, I hope it is, because I'm a willing vessel for you guys to whatever messages may want to come out that you can use along your journey. That's what my channel is designed for. That's why I do readings, to see the energies around that are available, to make sure that we are making the best possible conscious decisions for our highest good, using our higher selves and not our lower selves. Okay, so for the Divine Feminine today, energy surrounding you, the major energy surrounding you is the Empress. And the Empress, well, first of all, let's start off with the number 3. That number 3 in the Empress card is a very divine number, because that 4th element, there are 3 elements that come together to make the divine. You got your higher self, your lower self, and then the divine. That's on one hand, which is the Holy Trinity. There are several Holy Trinities, like I have here. Asar, Aset, and Haru, or what you call Osiris, Isis, and Horus. And then that 4th element is this obelisk, because without this, there would not be no Haru, and without those 2, there would not be no obelisk. So, you know, this is the variable. So, but it takes 3 first to populate the earth with man, woman, and child. So feminine, in a short sense, you are aligned with the divine energy currently. You have been going within. You are currently aligned with all that the divine has to offer you in your feminine space. And that is a good starting point. The Empress, to me, almost, and this is just my channel, my thoughts. The Empress is almost in this journey for me. The Empress is sort of kind of like the Fool on on a journey where she doesn't really know what's happening or what's going to happen, but she's sown seeds and she is awaiting some of the harvest from the seeds that she has sown. So the Empress also represents the action part of the receiving. It's not like she's sitting around twiddling her fingers. She's actually going to act on the things that she has sown. So everything she's created, she is ready to harvest. She is using her intelligence and her spiritual guidance to receive that harvest. This and Aset go together. She is the celestial. The Empress is the celestial, which is the heavenly of the stars, is the celestial version of Aset, which is the first Virgin Mary, or the first, well, she wasn't, technically a virgin, but this story is about, thousands of years older than the story of Mary. Actually, her story is about one of unconditional love that she had for her divine masculine in order to create Heru, or what we call a hero in today's term. But so the Empress is also abundance. We have manifested things in the celestial realm that are now ready to be harvested in the 3D, in the third dimension, which is here on planet Earth. It is on its way. The divine masculine, we have the star card, and that is the number 17 card. And 1 + 7 is 8. And with 8, and with this 8 is abundance. So the divine masculine is balancing his 3D and 5D. He is showing his strength, power, and authority. He is also in touch with the balance of his feminine and masculine side. See how he's watering both sides, the light and the dark, the yin and the yang in that card. And also the star card represents healing. He's feeling optimistic. He's hopeful about his harvest. The universe is gifting him with healing from any past cycles that he's gone through. He could be manifesting stardom, who knows? Any rate. And then between the twins, we have the Judgment card. And in this deck that we're using, which is, by the way, Egyptian Tarot, between the connection is a renewal. A renewal of this connection is occurring at this time. Everything that was no longer is. So any past traumas from cycles before, we have to examine our consciousness, because this is the crucial moment, the crucial point that we've arrived to where our priorities are changing. We're no longer holding on to anything from the past cycles, because this is the number 20 card. We are now in harmony and balance. This Judgment card represents harmony and balance. There is a harmony and balance between the divine ones. This divine connection has been renewed and restored, almost to a point of zero. This kind of feels like a new cycle. The angels and ancestors have renewed this partnership to the point where both twins or both divine counterparts will begin today start making decisions that support their life paths, which will bring the two eventually together if you are not in physical union. Then that's something else I wanted to speak on, because we're going to go into the spirit, the mind, and the heart of this connection with these other three decks. But before I do, I just wanted to say that for anyone to tell you, if you are connected to someone, you're divine feminine, divine masculine, and you have a soul connection, or a twin flame, twin soul, soulmate, whatever, it's a soul connection, and you are certain that you are in a soul connection, because we have many soul ties. However, you know that this connection is the connection for you to the point that it changed your life to get you here, means you are connected to the divine. And by you being connected to the divine, and the divine told you that you have a counterpart, there is a counterpart for you. And if you are not in union with that counterpart, does not mean there's something wrong with you, because there is a such thing as divine timing. So any reader that tries to use fear, fear is a tactic of a lower entity. Fear is not a tactic of a higher self or God self or higher being. If someone uses fear to get you to pay them or to get you to be with them, that is of a lower nature. That is a lower being. No higher thinking, higher self would have you to fear. So therefore, if you are not in union, there is nothing wrong with you. You are in a process, because every setback is a setup for a greater reward. There are just lessons that you must obtain during this cycle. Your faith, your hope, your self-determination, and your positive thinking will bring you to everything that the divine has for you, be it even if you don't have a dime in your pocket, okay? And not saying that you don't, but I'm saying if you don't pay any individual, you will still arrive at your destiny through yourself, going within. Also, I wanted to say, because I've heard some very disturbing things out just amongst YouTube, and they're very popular. And I'm sure they're making millions and millions and millions of dollars off of feeding off of people's fear. However, there is no judgment here. People do what they feel they have to do to earn their incomes. However, I just don't want the collective, the people who have so much love in their heart that they're watching these videos, to have any fear, because fear erases the love out of your heart. So if you are not in physical union with your divine one, that is only merely a temporary state, and you determine within you when you are united. Your soul knows, their soul knows, the divine above all knows. So, and it's not by chance that there is a majority of everyone in physical separation, because spiritually we're connected. We know each other's every move. We know each other's thoughts, feelings, emotions, all in the fifth dimension and above, because that's where everything is manifested first. Okay, so I just want to put you guys at ease, because I love you very much, and I don't want anyone to have their vibes lowered by any lower entities, because there are entities that are claiming that they are twin flames that are seeking to keep these unions from happening, because once these unions happen, the world will start to really change. Once more couples are together, showing each other unconditional love and freeing each other and showing people how to free themselves, which is what love does, then the world, all of the lower negative entities will start to dissipate. There will be less and less of them needed. There will be less control over the minds of the people. And along with judgment, we have justice. We have also another number 8 card. Well, 8 for this card, and this is Archangel Rigel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. That's just what I did. I just have given the collective justice. You deserve justice. Do you see those 2 pillars? This is a major arcana. So there is justice upon the earth for the collective. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs today, even within self. You can't convince other people to do what's right, but you can convince yourself, because you know what's right. And you see this angel has the sword of truth, and the balance of the scales. And also with justice is, let's see, along with justice comes balance. Consequences of our actions is occurring. Submitting to our higher selves, which is our higher logic, which is the connection to the divine, your higher self, which is love, mercy, truth. Being accountable for our actions. We may be receiving rewards for maintaining this righteousness and following this righteous path. You're always receiving the award of a peace of mind overall. And let's see, so that is what's coming from the celestial ancestral realm down from the divine. It's justice is being handed down. Also strength. We are, our team, Archangel Ariel in this deck is the number 11 card. And 11 is harmony and balance. The 1 and the 1. So, Divine Feminine, the Empress, is receiving her justice with her harvest of the seeds that we have planted. And between the connection, the counterparts are given strength from our ancestors, and the divine is bringing in strength. Well, actually, I'll give this to the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine is having inner strength. He's releasing harsh judgments. He is feeling forgiveness and compassion. Therefore, he is able to give it to people, those around him, and he has that for his Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, anything that has happened in past cycles, because you have forgiven the Divine Masculine, he has also forgiven you, and that has given him strength to heal, to accept that healing of the Star card from the divine. And then between the two, we have Two of Water, which is the Two of Cups. It is a relationship. This connection is growing closer because of forgiveness. So today the word is forgiveness. Forgive yourself and others for any mistakes or anything that they have caused you. Remove that and replace that, any resentment, any past anger or hurts, and replace it with love, because there is Two of Cups here, the positive resolution of a conflict. So because the divine masculine has healed and the divine feminine has continued with dignity on her journey, that has caused the divine masculine to be strong enough to forgive, and therefore the divine partners are experiencing this cup of love, the Two of Cups. And also the Two of Cups is passion. It is very indicative of the divine union, the Two of Cups is. So that is what's going on. And also, as I was getting ready to put the deck down, here is the Six of Cups. This is past life relationships. The divine masculine and divine feminine is remembering the relationship that we have had through several lifetimes together. We could be the divine masculine and feminine. We could be reminiscing on past good times. There could be things going on with children now. But most of all, I think there's happy memories that is occurring from prior lifetimes, since this deck represented what's happening in the celestial realm. So in the mental space of the divine feminine, what is the mental space of the divine feminine? For the collective, for November 4th. Too many cards. There's too many cards. I don't like to take it. So divine feminine, we have, in your mind, you have heartache and loss. Three of Swords. So there may still in the collective be some heartache and loss from being separated from your counterpart in the physical, or the connection may not be exactly how you imagined it would be. But divine feminine, the word of today is maintaining your balance and faith. The only way that we will continue to feel this way is if we don't have any joy and faith and hope in what the divine has promised. The divine led you to this journey for a purpose. We have to put away the heartache and loss. Let me pull another card on it. Let's see what help we can get from the celestial realm with the heartache and loss. What help is available for the divine feminine with heartache and loss? With restoring that, where her heart can feel joy. Know that thinking things through carefully. There is the Knight of Fire, passion, adventure, self-assured, and it says restless. So this card is telling me that divine feminine with the Knight of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands. And let's check it out what it says in this book, because I know it will have some advice in this book as to what the divine feminine. Okay, so divine feminine, enthusiasm and self-assuredness are wonderful, just as long as you don't separate your wisdom from it. So divine feminine, just being passionate and being loyal to your journey and yourself, and getting rid of fear. And patience, just like I said, yes, this card represents someone that is kind of moving fast, but you see how this horse is halted? Although we know that time continues to move on, you cannot rush your journey or your process. So having patience. Also with the Knight of Wands, there may be some distance between you and your divine masculine. You may be going on a trip, but just be careful and have wise decisions and just use discernment. And let me pull a card for the mental space of the masculine. So the masculine is moving on from things, darker nature of things. He is moving away from all of the darkness and all of his darker nature with the Six of Swords. He has done away with all the things that no longer serve him, all the things that have kept him from his healing. He is reasoning. He may be traveling towards you because you see he's walking towards the light. So mentally, in his mental space, he sees that this connection is divine and that that is where his source of light lies. And let's see. Let's see more. Let's pull a card from this deck. Ooh. The divine masculine. Ooh, there's too many. There's too many. I don't use that one. Divine masculine, clarify that. So the divine masculine is moving towards, this is the Queen of Pentacles, being warm and sensible. He is making time for those around him. He is dealing with challenges in a kind and loving manner. So the divine masculine is moving towards, and look, this card, see where the dead leaves were here? These leaves are alive and green. And also is this card. That's what the divine masculine is walking towards. His queen, his earthly harvest. Pentacles are earthly harvest. So the divine masculine is in a great spiritual space, head space. And let's see what the divine masculine has to tell the divine feminine. He wants you to disconnect from the world and retreat. He wants you to spend time on yourself. He also wants to spend time with you. But also, as I said, if you're connected spiritually, when you spend time by yourself, you are connecting with your divine masculine. Your peace brings him peace. And there are some that know how to astral travel. So he could also be astral traveling towards you. So that's why he may want you to disconnect from the world. Can I get a message to the divine masculine from the divine feminine? You want him to know that that divine timing is at work in your love life, and that this connection is worth waiting for. And between the twins, divine wants you to know that there is chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. That the divine, you see that bubble of light that couple, that divine couple is holding or is orbiting between their hands, that is the energy of the divine, and that represents this connection. And that's going to conclude this reading for today, November the 4th. So, divine feminine that are watching this video, I just want to reiterate, we'll just have patience, Be self-assured within yourself. Be passionate about all the things that you do. Divine Masculine, continue to move towards your healing, your strength, and enjoy your journey. This is your journey that you chose to incarnate to enjoy and come to learn in Earth School. And I wish you all the best. I love you all. Thank you for joining me on this reading. During this reading, I am Virtuosa the Goddess. Mwah.